One of the lessons that they like to teach us from when we're like really young is to just respect everything and protect where you came from. When you take something, you give back, and to just preserve what you have.
The Culture Camp was really an idea that we came up with several years ago. In fact, there was a study commissioned by First Alaskans Institute, I want to say in the early 2000s. And the study was to identify cultural and spirit camps around Alaska. And at the time, we had identified that very few of those camps were in Bristol Bay.
I think the most important outcome for camp is really that connection to identity, that connection to place, that connection to who we are as Indigenous peoples. So we focused on Yuyarak, which is the Yupik way of being, Unguachikbit, which is the Alutiiq way of being, and Dena'ina Kuchulyashi, which is the Dena'ina way of being.
The fact is, at least in terms of Bristol Bay Native Corporation shareholders, less than 40% still live in the region.
The really cool thing about this camp is that we have youth from all over.
When I first got there, it was just nice and peaceful and quiet. We all played games to try and remember each other's names and like where we were all from. And honestly, after that, we all got really close really quickly and just became like family.
So for such a long time, our way of life was repressed from outside forces. We were told not to speak our languages, not to practice our traditions, not to participate in song and dance. And I think that really created a deep hurt for a lot of our people, in a sense that our ways were not valid. It is so important for the people of our region to have that sense of positive identity, that connection with the knowledge of our place, the knowledge of our people. The youth, both in region and out of region, don't get those opportunities to connect with our elders. So having opportunities like this, it's so incredibly important.
We teach through stories in our culture, so they're very, very important to be passed down to the next generation. It's so important to do that.
It was never brought to my attention how hard the elders really had it, but hearing the stories and how much emotion the elders put into it and seeing how happy they were when they were telling us to show their stories, it made me so happy because we have a community where we can tell each other the things that we've gone through, bad or good, and we can still love one another. And learning about my culture really made me realize how much I love my people and how much they love me.
Without Culture Camp in Bristol Bay, there's certainly a risk that we'll lose many of the cultural aspects of the region. So whether that's language, subsistence, lifestyles, learning to and continuing to celebrate living off the land, and really the passing on of Indigenous knowledge, information, and lifestyles.
And then we also picked yarrow, and we put the dry yarrow blossoms and the leaves into it These are both natural bug repellent. Boil the water here. Okay. This needs to sit on top of it. It's like impromptu double boiler.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then just boil this for 5 minutes with this on top of it.
I wanted to come to this camp because I feel like this is just another step closer for me to really connect with my native side.
Just love the people here. They're all so welcoming and kind.
My favorite part of camp is meeting all these amazing people.
Swimming.
Meeting a bunch of new friends.
Talking to my friends. When we're doing the dances.
Making the drums.
Swimming more.
I'm learning more about my culture.
I wanted a new experience, want to meet new people, and I am having a blast so far right now. Gonna jump in the lake and get cold.
The last day of camp was really hard and we all cried.
At the end of the week, it was really amazing to see that sense of pride in the youth, that sense of connection and of relationship and the relationships that were created.
The more we know about who we are, the better people we will be. Yeah, I feel good about my culture.